Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to the rapid reaction of Crown Jewel 2024. Some interesting things going on here, as Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan are headed to the WWE place where they're apparently gonna get like Super Bowl rings to like do like to represent them winning the inaugural Crown Jewel Championship. The championships are going to stay in the WWE Center there in Saudi Arabia. So I'm kind of still waiting for something else to happen, because you know there's still some stuff there with Kevin Owens and things like that, and Rhea Ripley with what's her name? Got some fireworks going off. So I'm still gonna keep an eye on this while I go over the recap of the action. But yeah, this right now there seems to be some other things going on. Like no press conference, obviously, because the press cannot make it to Saudi Arabia. And apparently they're gonna do Raw from Saudi Arabia this coming Monday. That's gonna be taped early in the day and replayed um, for us at night. So we'll wait and see for that. They have a Foot Locker there. That's okay. When did they get a Foot Locker? Uh-oh. The Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and everybody coming out. So let's see, they're going to interview with Cassie Kelly. Uh, yeah, that's the perfect place to start, actually, because we had the Bloodline versus Bloodline thing going on as Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso took on Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu was obviously eligible to fly over to Saudi Arabia this time, so there was no Tongaloa. He was on the ring on the outside. This match was, it was okay. It was average. I always say that when it comes to tag matches, usually if it's between a 2 3/4 star and 3 1/4 star match, that's usually mean that it's just a regular old tag match. It's you know something like that. And then depending on the certain things, it can depend on how it goes on the lower side or something like that. Usually, if it gets anything lower than that, something was wrong with it. And plus, if it gets higher than that, it means it's absolutely great. There's some things that happen in there to make it even better. So I gave it 2 3/4 stars, and I think I really gave it 2 3/4 stars because it just didn't feel off. It felt like the people gave them like the guys in the ring. They did what they needed to do because we know we've got War Games coming up, and that's when we're gonna get all crazy stuff happening. So I think that's what happened here. When it came down to it, Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns to get the victory for the Bloodline. There was really no cheating. Only what there was a ref bump, which there was no cheating from Tonga Loa or anything like that. It was Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu was able to get into the ring, hit Roman Reigns with a small drop, hit that jump splash moonsault from the top rope. So Sikoa hit Roman Reigns with a couple of spikes. 1 2 3. That's the finish. So there you have it. So it was just average. I got something in my throat. Hold on a minute. There is no such thing. I don't have a mute. I do have a mute button. Okay. Yeah, I apologize by that. I just have this stuff in my throat. I don't know. Okay, so the new bloodline wins. They then jump Roman, from the back. Jimmy comes in to jump. And all of a sudden, here comes Sami Zayn for some reason. Now, we saw on Monday night Sami Zayn was out there talking to Solo Sikoa. He walked down to the ring and everything like that. And then they was going over there. And it's just what it was. And it was just ridiculous. And I think one of the things that I saw about it was that it was just came down there. He gave a hug to Solo Sikoa, and they turned that hug into a T-bone suplex or exploder suplex, whatever you want to call it. And he was out there to help. And then they all went out there, got everybody else, and it was Solo. All the other four were in the corner. Roman, Jay, Sammy, and Jimmy were in the corner. Solo was in the middle of the ring, and you could kind of see what was going to happen. That they were going to that they were going to do something that was going to sue dissent in there, and that's exactly what it did. Roman went for a spear, and he got hoovered kicked by Sami Zayn, which Jimmy Uso's in there talking about it, and Jay got in the middle of it and everything like that. So it was just, you saw it coming. So yeah. So guess we'll find out more maybe on Monday Night Raw. Since we now know that Monday Night Raw is going to end for Saudi Arabia, there could be Roman and Jimmy or Big Jim on Raw to confront Jay and Sammy, and they could do all of that. So that could be very, very interesting come Monday. Next was the women's tag fatal four-way match. Damage Control, the Meta Girls, Chelsea and Piper, and of course Bianca and Jade, the champions. This was the fatal four-way where there's not one person from each team in the ring at the same time. You could tag anyone, and that's always kind of iffy when you think about them. That's what, like, if you're gonna do like the fatal four-way, the triple threat match, the fatal four-way, you should probably do in some type of match where everybody is legal, or a ladder match or something like that, something that could be that. But I thought this was interesting. It started off a little slow, but then it got picked up. And I think the one big thing about doing it in the way they do it, you don't know who's a legal man, because at some point everybody just gets in the ring and the referee just lets it happen. And it's like, well, okay, so it was just supposed to be two people in the ring, but everybody gets in the ring, everybody does their moves, so you don't know who the legal people are, and that's really one of the things that's kind of wrong with it. I would say that Corey Graves had me laughing my ass off when he said that at one point Last Legend takes Kairi Sane by her hips and just puts her on her shoulders and then pumps her up for a power bomb, which Jakara Jackson barely caught her and drove her to the mat. Troy Graves was funny. After the match, he said, "I'd rather fall into the Grand Canyon than take that bump." It was incredible. There was some fantastic moves. The Meta Girls, they looked good. They looked like they could hang. I don't know what's in store for the entire Metaphoric faction. Noam Dar has been out for the longest time with injury. Oro Minsu is, he had this thing with Ethan Page, and that was it. But so I don't know. I don't know if the entire metaphor is going to go into the go in the main roster or what they're going to happen. But it, it looks like these girls may be ready. At the very least, they could hang with they could hang with the with the main roster folks. So that was a good look. Really good stuff between all of these folks, and I thought it was a great match. The ending was Piper Niven trying to squash Bianca, but Bianca turned around, so then Piper squashed Chelsea Green. Bianca went under and put Piper on her shoulders, tagged in Jade Cargill. They hit the Doomsday device for the victory on Piper Niven. 1, 2, 3. They retain the Women's Tag Team Championships. I give it 3.5 stars. I thought this was a very, very good match and a very, very good show. Next was Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. I gotta be honest, very surprising thing here. It's a good match. We got a tsunami within the first 5 minutes of the match, but it didn't happen. So yeah, I'm not sure what exactly they were doing. He didn't go for the cover. He wanted to hit more, but he couldn't. It rolled out and it went through the entire thing. So there you have it. It's just an incredible sequence of events. And then Seth Rollins hit a stomp. He hit that didn't get anything. He hit another stomp, and then he hit a super stomp from the top rope on Bronson Reed. 1, 2, 3 for the victory. He hit a stomp on Bronson Reed on the steel steps because Bronson Reed had tried to hit him on the steel steps. He tripped him and things like that. He rode him in the ring. He hit a regular stomp, and then he went for the super stomp off the top third 1, 2, 3, and Bronson Reed gets the loss. Seth Rollins gets the victory. There, I give it 3 and 3.25 star. I thought it was, that was a nice, good match. Kind of surprising. I thought they really would have gone with, Bronson Reed first, and then maybe, go to Seth Rollins, and then the third match with Bronson Reed would have run. But we'll have to wait and see. They're still doing like the whole talking stuff and everything like that. I got the feeling something is going to happen. I just don't know what it is. I don't keep looking over that. I just don't know what it is. Next was the women's crown jewel match between Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Liv Morgan won. Crown champion. She got some help from Raquel and Dominic. Tiffany Time came down there to try to step up, and she didn't. They are going to do Tiffany Time and Nia Jax. That's just the way it is. So it is kind of interesting. So yeah, they're doing some kind of very interesting and weird thing where they're giving the titles now back to the thing where they're going to be locked in place in the WWE thing for the whole year, and now yet they're being presented with like a ring, and now Gloria she gets so we got a ring now, and she's not going to be now knocking chicks out with that ring. I can guarantee you. How much you want to bet she's going to be knocking out that ring? And how much you want to bet that ring is going to be stolen by somebody, and that's going to be a great thing for Cody Rhodes' story, right? They're going to take the crown jewel ring off of Cody Rhodes. Going back to the women's crown jewel match, I'm always honest with you. I'm honest with you here. I fell asleep for most of it, and it wasn't because that it was boring or anything like that. I've been sleepy lately. It's my sleep apnea. And I got up early a couple of days that I wasn't supposed to get up early. I had my clock alarm. Usually I get up at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time, and so I have a clock set up for Monday to get up at 8 o'clock. So I had to do something, some more stuff that I wanted to do, and then so but I didn't reset it. So then I got up at 8 o'clock yesterday as well. So that was that. Um, so I'm trying to get to sleep. Hopefully, I'll get more sleep tonight. I can go at 12 and I go to sleep at 12, and then we get out. So and wake up at 9. It'll be 10 hours of sleep. Hopefully, I'll get this this next coming day. So, but yeah, like I said, I fell asleep through most of it. I really didn't see it, so it's I don't want to feel like you were rating. It's from looks from the sound of it, from what I saw on Twitter, things like that. It wasn't that that big. It wasn't that great anyway. Nothing that's going to be needed to be for like any year awards or anything like that. But I do still hate the fact that they're having people beat Nia Jax that I don't know. Even with the interference, still Liv Morgan just shouldn't beat Nia Jax. Just shouldn't. So that's that. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens didn't happen because they just fought from the beginning and they didn't happen and they just they quote unquote throughout the match. It didn't happen. They were fighting it all. A stunner to a referee and RKO to Adam Pearce trying to come out there to help. And then they fought around to a place and thing where there was a table set up. Owens hit Orton a couple times with some with a briefcase lid or something. I don't know what the hell it was. Then he went around to the stairs and got on top of the railing and jumped off onto Randy Orton, laid on the table with an elbow drop. And so that was it. There was no match. It was more of an angle, and I understand. I can understand that. You had a feeling that they were going to. There was going to be a match. That was something was going to happen, and I kind of thought maybe it was going to be Seth and which that actually would have been made more sense if Seth and Bronson would have went like only a couple of minutes because Bronson got in the ring, hit three tsunamis on I think 1, 2, 3, and he won that way, something like that, or he won because the ref stopped the match because Seth Rollins couldn't defend himself anymore. So I think that way they didn't here. So that's that. Next was the U.S. title match between LA Knight, Camilo Hayes, and Andrade. Very good match. 4 stars I gave it. I thought it was some real good stuff between the two guys, and I thought the stuff that they did was incredible. Like they were doing all types of moves where they would try to hit both people and then cover both people, including the finish, which they were Camilo Hayes went for that like that spinning like arm breaker thing, and then the other night caught him and he did it. He hit him with the BFT 1, 2, 3. LA Knight wins, so he pinned Camilo Hayes. So a really enjoyable match between those three gentlemen, and they kind of woke the crowd up. The crowd seemingly the crowd was kind of quiet. It was very interesting crowd because the crowd was kind of quiet for most of the time, and then they all of a sudden they get loud for something, like they were in it for Jey Uso and the Bloodline and all those other things, and even Roman. But then like the mountain matches afterwards, they weren't. They were kind of quiet. But then all of a sudden, like in the women's match, all of a sudden you'd hear "This is awesome. This is awesome." You hear that chant, and he's like, "Oh, they woke up." So and so it was like that all night. But they were really gung ho for the U.S. title match. So you gotta give them credit for that. Those 4 stars, and then Cody, and then they for Cody and Gunther for the men's crown jewel championship. They was just, and they were they wouldn't shut up. They was making all kinds of noise, doing the wave. They was in it, and Cody got to put on a very good match. And you sometimes you wonder, like, who puts on, like, you wonder who's gonna win this one. Would it be Cody? Would it be Gunther? Both had rights to win it and to be named champion, right? And it was absolutely insane what was going on, and so it just happened to happen. And there was a really good match, a couple crossroads, and couldn't keep down Gunther, and powerbomb and things like that, couldn't keep down Cody Rhodes. And they did a great spot where Cody Rhodes was going for the disaster kick, and Gunther caught him and put him into a Boston Crab. It was so smooth. It was like incredible move. The finish was Cody went for a Cody super cutter, got caught into a rear neck choke. However, Cody used the momentum, rolled back over, and covered him 1, 2, 3. So good one. And they kept bringing up the fact that Cody kept throwing out Gunther. So you have something where now you have where Cody has eliminated Gunther in back-to-back Royal Rumbles. He has beaten him in Crown Jewel for the men's championship. So he has the edge of Gunther. So when Gunther and Cody do collide for a championship at some point down the line or anything like that, this now is going to set up for that. And they can Gunther overcome that thing with Cody, and so it's going to be interesting. Like, I give it 4.25 stars. Afterwards, a good handshake from Gunther to Cody Rhodes, and that was it. That was the show. Like I said, they are still doing the thing. So they did the stuff with them at the WWE place. So I think it's pretty much over there. I guess nothing is going to happen, at least right now. We'll have to check social media and see if there are any type of plants or anything like that, or any type of things happening over there. So, all right, y'all. That'll be it for this rapid reaction. If you guys are watching on demand, post your comments down below to me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought of Crown Jewel 2024. And yeah, so we've got in 4 weeks we have Survivor Series War Games. Looks to be the Bloodline versus thing. It's going to be Roman, Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy versus Solo, Jacob, Jacob and the Tongans. So we'll see if we get any surprises then and there. I still want Rock to kind of be the guy, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen, unfortunately. So, all right. There you have it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.